Okay, I'm back here with part 2 of the top 10 underrated animated females, and coming in at number 3 is Lisa Raccoon from the Raccoons. Now, the reason she is in the top 3 here is because, some people may talk about her and stuff, but she hasn't really been talked about a lot when it comes to fan fiction. She really hasn't had many fan fiction stories dedicated to her. She really hasn't that much fan art dedicated to her anymore. And the AMVs, CMVs, whatever you want to call them, fan vids, haven't really been coming in that much anymore. And it's making me wonder if people are starting to forget about who she is. Well, for those that are forgetting who she is, let me kind of give you a refresher course, if you will. Lisa Raccoon was introduced in the 1989 episode of the Raccoons, Spring Fever. She is Bentley Raccoon's sister, older sister. And Bam becomes instantly the love interest of Bert Raccoon. Now, she does return in the following season in the episode Moving Day, when her and her family move to the same vicinity, to the same forest that Bert, Ralph, and Melissa live in. So, and basically, she, again, like I said, she becomes the love interest of Bert Raccoon, but throughout her time there, they just end up being like best friends, best buddies, pen pals, if you will. They always help each other out. They kind of like hang out together. But you can tell there's a romantic, if not attraction between the two. And when I first found out about this character, I'll be honest, I didn't know who she was, but when I saw how much the fans loved this character, it really surprised me. But now I look at this character and I say to myself, but now I look back at it and I say, and I ask myself, what has happened? Where's all the fan fiction? Where's the new fan fiction? Where's the new fan vids? Where's the new fan art? And it makes me wonder if fans are starting to forget about her. Well, hopefully, after watching this vid, no one will forget about her now. People will start talking again. Because the one thing I do notice is that when somebody like myself does a fan vid on the Raccoons, and it has Lisa in there, and it says it's a Lisa Bert deal, people start talking. But where's the other fandoms? Where's the other fans that talk, that, like I said, got me interested in this character? That is why, I know you may argue this, that is why she's number 3 on the countdown. Because I think she's being slowly forgotten. And that's not good. So that's Lisa Raccoon at number 3. Alright, at number 2, we have, are you ready for this? From the Chattanooga Cats. That's right, Chattanooga Cats at number 2 is Kitty Joe. Now, a lot of fans may not know who Kitty Joe is. Well, let me put it to you like this. She was part of the Chattanooga Cats band. She was basically the lead singer and lead female. She was the only female member of the group. She was the only female singer of the group. And she was the only dancer in the group. And I guess you could say she was also like the voice of reason when it came to the group. Also, the fact that she had a love interest in country and vice versa. And a lot of the music videos that they did back when the show aired sometimes focused on her, because mainly they were like love songs and all that, so they focused on her a lot. So, and you could tell one of these stories, actually, one of the videos that they did that you can find here, and all you have to do, you can find it here on YouTube, is Birthday. It's a birthday song, and you can find most of the Chattanooga Cat videos here on YouTube. But one of them has her like a kitten, then growing up, and you can tell she has that connection with country since they were kittens. But anyway, what surprises me, she doesn't have much fan art dedicated to her, nor does she have much fan fiction, nor does she even have much fan vids, period. So it makes me wonder if she's becoming very, very forgotten, and nobody knows about this character. Well, you know what? Hopefully by now, people will remember who she is. Because again, if you want to know who this character is, type in Chattanooga Cats on YouTube, Google it, if you will, and you'll find these music videos that they did. You'll find these, you'll see who, you Google, you'll find out who she is. You'll start talking about her, if you will, or start getting interested, because she's a very interesting character. Very interesting. But again, makes me wonder why fans don't talk about characters like this anymore. I mean, why is she being so forgotten? You know, I know some people, when you listen to this countdown, you may say, well, I know somebody else that could be in that spot. Well, maybe you do. But then again, maybe you don't. But that is why Kitty Jo is at number 2 here on the top 10 underrated animated females. Now, at number 1, at number 1, well, you're not going to believe this, but the number 1 most underrated animated female is, and here's the thing, she's going to be making a return, hopefully, from what I understand, this December in a live-action adaptation, of this animated show. But the number 1 the number 1 underrated animated female is Cindy Bear. That's right, Cindy Bear. You might say to yourself, well, why is Cindy Bear underrated? Well, let's face facts. She, just like Kitty Jo, she doesn't have much fan art dedicated to her. You can go to DeviantArt, you can go to Finiant, she doesn't have much dedicated to her. And it's a shame. It is a shame. She doesn't even have much fan fiction. I mean, she does have some fan vids dedicated to her and Yogi, but that's it on YouTube. Anything else? Nothing. And you'd think with her making a comeback in the new movie this December, you think people would start talking. Instead, they look at the movie as it's not going to be a success. And basically, by looking at the movie and looking at how the character is designed, saying it's not going to be a success, it's going to be a flop, you're basically also saying that whoever playing Cindy, in this case it's going to be Kristen Taylor, whoever's playing Cindy is going to make it a flop as well. As I said in one video, don't judge it before you see it. But again, the reason Cindy's number 1 is, despite the fact that she may have some fan vids and stuff dedicated to her, she doesn't have much fan art. She doesn't have much fan fiction. Heck, she doesn't even have that much fan appreciation. I mean, she is Hanna-Barbera's version of Minnie Mouse. She is their Minnie Mouse. Okay? She is their Minnie Mouse, and yet nobody gives her any appreciation, gives this character any appreciation. I mean, heck, she has her own lane at the Jellystone Parks, if you will, the Jellystone campgrounds, her own cabins and lanes named after her, but yet nobody gives her appreciation. I mean, when you technically look at it, she's the only anamorphic lead female in the Warner Brothers Hanna-Barbera library, if you look at it in some ways. But still, she has to be given a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? She has to be given a lot of love and appreciation. Because like I said, she's Hanna-Barbera's version or answer to Minnie Mouse. She's their answer to Winnie Woodpecker. She's their answer to Lola Bunny, to Babs Bunny. And the list could go on. And yet nobody wants to give her the appreciation or the recognition, besides the fact that she gets fan vids on YouTube. What about fan fiction? What about more fan art? Huh? What about that? I mean, heck, why not, well, maybe they will this October, but why not give women and little girls a chance to dress up as Cindy this Halloween, or in previous Halloweens? Why not do that? See what I'm talking about? This is why she's the number 1 most underrated animated female. Because no one really appreciates her, except for the fact that she's got fan vids and everything, and mostly everybody wanted to see her doing the Mistletoe song on YouTube, which I gladly put up. But still, besides that, you need to give her more appreciation. You need to give her more fandom. You need to show more dedication to this character, because she's going to be making a comeback this December in the movie, hopefully. So please, take her from being the number 1 underrated animated female and make her one of the most rated animated females there is. That's all I ask. But this is why, again, with the lack of fan fiction, fan art, appreciation, besides the fact of AMVs and all the fan vids, if you will, on YouTube and stuff like that, give her the appreciation, give her the due which she is due. And this is why Cindy is number one. Cindy Bear is number one. The number one, I should say, underrated animated female today, if not of all time. And that's all I got to say. I hope you enjoyed this two-parter, which is the top 10 underrated animated females. I thank you all for listening in. Again, I know you have your own differences of opinions. I know some of you may say something, but you know what? That's your choice. Go ahead. Tell me who you think should have been on the list or should have been honorably mentioned. And heck, if you want to do a response video, audio response video, whatever, go ahead. And Rashitsu, Danielle, if you want to do commentary on this, go ahead, be my guest. Tell me if I made any mistakes. Tell me if I sounded like an idiot. That's your option. That's your freedom. Go ahead. I give you my permission. But again, I thank you all for listening in to the top 10 underrated animated female countdown, and I'll talk to you all later.